What's up, folks? It's your boy MMG Smurf here, coming to you pre-recorded. And today we're going to be talking about our first 24 hours in DeFi Kingdom's Crystalvale, which is the subnet launched on the Avalanche blockchain. We're also going to be talking about the updates or updated information as far as the airdrop launch for Crystal and xCRYSTAL. I believe it's for xCRYSTAL, like in the jeweler, in the bank or whatever. So we're going to be talking about all those updates for Crystalvale. I know a lot of people in the last video were not just thankful for the help with how to migrate your Jewel tokens over, but also had some questions about, and I saw this in other places as well, some questions about, Wen Airdrop, because if there's one thing people in crypto like, it's a free airdrop, or an airdrop from, no airdrop is technically free. You gotta do something, right? But yeah, everyone wants to know, when's that airdrop coming? And so we got the updates for you, got the information. So stay tuned. Let's jump into it right now. And all right, cool. So here we are over on DeFi Kingdoms. This is the game. This is what it looks like for anybody who's brand new to the system. It's the Crystalvale. First things first, let's go and check in on our 24-hour earnings. And if you look at the title of today's video, you probably have an idea of what it's at, or at least what it was at earlier this morning when I looked at it. We're a little bit past 24 hours now, so this is really going to be checking up on things. I can push this harvest box and push view harvest, and that'll give me a view of things. I got 0.46 unlocked crystals, so I'm making half of a crystal a day, about just under, and then 8.75 crystals locked up per day, so almost 9 crystals locked up per day. If I push on this other one here, the seed box, and so again, I believe seed box is going to be where all the different liquidity pairs are on this farm, or this part of the game. This part of the game is the farm, though, but they're going to be in the seed box. So we push seed box. I could push manage to actually manage my liquidity pair. And maybe if I want to withdraw that jewel and X jewel or what have you, maybe I should update the video because it's at $200 now for total rewards. But locked rewards is $190 locked rewards, and I said this in yesterday's video too, that I was expecting somewhere around this amount, and then $9.8 in unlocked rewards, so liquid crystal tokens that I could sell on the market right now or whatever have you. I'm going to be keeping it, letting it build up, because as we mentioned as well in yesterday's video, the longer that you hold on to your tokens and don't just claim those tokens, you're going to take off a percentage of how much is locked up in each epoch. And I believe it's only about 2% or so, but that's going to stack up, especially if it's week after week. You'll be able to stack that up, and we need to do more research. I need to do more research and see if that remains the same. Like if I wait like the first month or so, and then I claim, and I get all of that off for the rest of the remaining epochs, that would be about 8 to 10% off. So I'd be down to around 90% or 85% or somewhere around there. It's actually locked up, and I'd be really happy around with like 85% or something like that locked up instead of the 95% that it currently has. So there's something to factor in there, and everybody's gonna have their own strategies and whatnot with this. So as always, do your own research, and come up with your own strategy. As Stun Breezy, DeFi Degen likes to say, crypto is a solo sport. So there's that information. That's how we're doing in this first day. Again, $200 total, 190 locked, and about $10 liquid assets. Cool. So the next portion I wanted to cover was some information that we actually grabbed from the Discord of DeFi Kingdoms. So let me go over here. Boom, boom, boom. And so we can scroll up at the top, and so you can, this is alpha information, but anybody can get access to this Discord, and you can do this research on your own. Go ahead and read through the documentation that they leave for you, the announcements channel, and get all this information. Now, there's quite a bit of information on this page, and they've been dropping a lot lately. Only 2 messages in the last 2 days, but these are pretty extensive posts if you wanted to read through all of this. So I've written some shorthand for all that they mention here, and that is just that they have concerns and reasons, their own personal reasons, for the delay of this airdrop. The main concern was they wanted to make sure there was a fairness with the airdrop. And what do I mean by fairness? If you airdrop a bunch of tokens to people, so this brand new token, right? It could be going, new tokens are typically volatile. So if they airdrop these to a bunch of people and everybody doesn't know when the airdrop's happening, or some people get the airdrop before other people because there's so many tokens in this airdrop. There's they said hundreds of thousands of people are getting this airdrop. Well, then that means some people are able to sell their tokens before anybody else has even gotten their tokens, and that would create kind of like a cascading situation where the people who get it first, however they get it first, just sell their tokens off, and they maybe sell it for a higher price, and that means that the people that get it later get a much lower value on their xCRYSTALs, because sure enough, with every airdrop, some people are going to want to sell those tokens immediately and maybe buy back in at a lower price, or maybe never buy back in. That's just how the world works. But due to those issues, they have their own concerns. So how are they addressing that? Number one, people can they want to make sure that people can all claim the airdrop at the same time. And their previous scripts, this is all kind of tied in with what I just said, their previous scripts did not allow this, and so they've been making new scripts, new like smart contracts that allow this to happen, so that everybody can claim at the same time. And so for this to happen, you can't just create a smart contract or a script or whatever, and all of a sudden that's fixed. No, you need to give people advance notice, and so they're also concerned with giving people advance notice about this update so that everybody knows when it's happening, and also it's a time that's beneficial to everybody, so everybody not only knows when it's happening, but they're more likely to be able to, or at least the majority of players. You can't please everybody, but you can certainly please most people if you try. The third point they have here, which kind of just named it, that they want a time that accommodates most players. The time that they've found works best for most people is around 10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, so 10 a.m. on the East Coast in the United States. And then they're also figuring on Saturdays, and so I don't believe it'll be this Saturday because they haven't really given a lot of notice about that, but it will be likely on a Saturday and at 10 a.m. Cool. Oh yeah. Okay. So what have they done in the meantime? They have. What have they been working on? It seemed like they had a lot of people jumping onto their live stream the other day, developers and just team members and whatnot. So what they've been working on during this delayed period of time is they actually wrote the new airdrop smart contract script. So this supports vesting of tokens over time and a schedule, ability to schedule token dropping for future times. So they can say, oh, we want this to airdrop at a future date, similar to what they were kind of just mentioning, where they want to set it'll be in 2 Saturdays, and they can set that out. So this smart contract has been deployed to the DeFi Kingdom's subnet on Avalanche blockchain, Crystalvale. So it is ready to go. They built out an interface for airdrops, so an in-game interface, something, this whole thing has just been, it's not only DeFi with DeFi Kingdoms, but it's a game look for DeFi, and there's other gamifications, actual game, built around this thing, but they want everything to have that game feel, and so they built out an actual interface for it, so that it's not just, you go to some page that you would see in normal DeFi and click on something. No, they actually worked it into the game interface. So this also shows players can claim, shows players can claim their vested tokens, and also see how many tokens are vesting. So players should be able to see their vested tokens and how many tokens are currently vesting. Where can you view this? So this is one of the portions where I wanted to jump back into the game for just a second, show you guys. So you can view this currently. It is deployed, and it is in the jeweler section of the map. So if you go into the jeweler section and then you click on the guy over here with the jeweler above his head, you should see right here where it says airdrops. So in that airdrop, there's no airdrops available to claim. And that's not just going to say that for me, not just because I don't have anything to claim, but for anybody. That's also mentioned this post here, the Discord announcement, that it should say nothing's available for anybody yet. So that's, so nothing is sent yet, so it's saying that nothing is available. So don't be all worried about that. That's normal. The last update that they had, last thing they've been working on, so they built a few things, is a batch update for airdrops. So now they can do batch airdrops. And again, I mentioned that earlier. They have hundreds of thousands of these xCRYSTAL tokens to airdrop to people. And so they worked on a new script where they can do batch airdrops. And we've seen this whole batch issue before in crypto and DeFi. And so I'm not surprised, but also congratulations to the team for handling something like that. Cool. So with that does actually cover all the updates for DeFi Kingdoms. Stay tuned. I'll try to create another video if I get a specific date on the Saturday that will be airdropping to people. Again, I do not assume that it's going to be this Saturday, April the 2nd. I don't think it'll be April the 2nd. Probably like the 9th or something then, or farther out maybe 2, but probably like the 9th. And we'll get more information about it as it comes closer to that date, I'm sure. But yeah, that's all we have for you today. It's been really profitable. The APR is still sitting at, let's check it out real quickly in the gardens, because I'm not sure that I looked at the APR specifically. Did I? Yeah, 3,100% APR. So still a really high APR. The crystal token itself, or not crystal, the jewel token itself did take a little bit of a dip since yesterday. And that's just because it was so bullish. It went up to about $11.04, and we've seen a correction down to $8.50. Woo! And since that $8.50, it did bottom off of that $8.50 and start to head back up. Now it's back in that $9 range, heading toward $10 most likely. So did correct. And I wouldn't even be surprised about this and think that this is all to do with the system and people being upset or something like that. The entire market corrected, and so that could be partially why that happened. So just putting in a few more 2 cents there. But yeah, that's all we have for you today. It's been your boy MG Smurf. Do your own research. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Join our Discord if you're interested. And Money Match Gaming, we're doing with esports and how we're funding esports with DeFi projects like this. And I'll see you in the next one.